Hi, this is Jacob from Westwind Moto, and today I'm going to show you how to install our Ranger Wilds Enduro 80 on the Ibex 450. So first what we're going to do is we're going to take our left and right mounting harnesses and attach them to the Ranger Wilds base via these loops here in the center. So which loop you decide to mount it on depends very much on the width of your motorcycle. So the rule of thumb goes like this. The more inward you mount it, the better, as it has less of a chance of touching the exhaust and thus burning the bags. It's also very important to note that the Westwind Moto logo and this handle here should be facing away from you, away from the rider. So if these are the front of the bags, they should be facing back or towards the back of the bike. Now we're going to take our left and right mounting harnesses and mount them to the Ranger Wilds center base here. So to do that, we are going to take these two aluminum hooks here and slip them through the middle eyelet here, in this case for the Ibex 450. It's important to note that each of these eyelets are double lined, so inside is rubber and on the outside is a strap. So it's very important that when you slip this hook through, that it hooks through both layers like so. Okay, now we're going to repeat the same process for the other side. So because on the right side we chose the middle eyelet, we're also going to choose the middle eyelet on the other side. Okay, now that we have both of our mounting harnesses mounted to the Ranger Wilds base here, it's time for us to take this strap here and remove the aluminum hook at the end. And then what we're going to do is we're going to feed it through the closest slot on the Ranger Wilds base. So we're going to feed it through and at the same time flip it over so it comes out and start to pull it through. Then we're going to open up this Velcro patch here and feed it back through this slot on the other side. This is an added support for the base. And now we can go ahead and close this up, flip it back over, and this is where we pick up our aluminum hook again, refit that on, and then here we find a corresponding loop on this mounting harness, and we slip it through like so. Now for our next step, we're going to take our base and flip it over, which reveals two pockets here on the side and then a Velcro patch here in the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to assemble our support panel, which comes in two pieces. The R stands for right, the L stands for left. And what we're going to do, for most applications, we recommend mounting it using the innermost holes. Here, 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 and then the same on the other side for a total of 6 mounting points. Now we're going to take our female part of the black screw here with a washer on it and feed it through that hole in the back. You see we're using the innermost hole here. Then we're going to take our male screw, put a washer on it, and thread it in. And then we're going to repeat that process here, 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 and here. So we get a lot of questions as to what these holes are used for. So these additional 9 holes here are used for if you would like to widen the support panel. So in that case, what you would do is you would remove these 6 screws here, line up the holes. For example, this hole, you would slide it over here, and then you would have it that much wider, and then you would remount or retighten the 6 screws, and then you would have a wider support panel. But again, we recommend mounting them using the innermost screw holes. Now that we have our support panel assembled, it's time for us to mount it to the back of our base. So it's important to note that the support panel has 2 sides, a textured side and a completely flat finish side. So the textured finish side faces the bag. So we're going to flip this over like so that our finished side is facing the bags. And we're going to slip it into the side pocket here. And then do the same thing on the other side, like that. And then in the middle, we are going to open up this Velcro pouch, like that. And then we're going to pull down on this and pull down the top Velcro so it locks it in place, like so. Now that we have both of the mounting harnesses attached to the center base plate and also the support panel installed, it's time for us to install it on the bike. So now to start mounting the Ranger Wilds Enduro 80 to the bike, we're going to start with this rear strap here that comes off of the mounting harness with the aluminum hook here at the end. And in this case, because this Ibex 450 has our rear luggage rack on it, we're going to slip it through the bottom, feed it through, and then hook it into either the centermost or outer loop. In this case, we're going to do the outer loop. That way, in case you want to mount something in the middle, you have all these 4 eyelets still available. Now on the other side, we're going to repeat the same process. And then we're going to go ahead and tighten them, but we're not going to tighten them all the way just yet. And it's also very important that you have the straps having equal length on either side, so as the bags don't sit crooked on the bike. So now for our front mounting point, we're going to choose to mount it on the rear footrest here. So we're going to take this strap here with the aluminum hook at the end, feed it through. And then, if we look under our bag here on the mounting harness, there is a loop. So we're going to slip it through this loop. It's important to note that the hook should come down through the loop and not up from the bottom. Because if you do it that way, for example like this, it can slip out while riding. So that's why we always recommend to slip it in through the top, like so. Now we're going to tighten it a little bit, not all the way, but just enough to get rid of some of the slack there while we go ahead and switch to the other side. So now on the other side, we're going to repeat the same process. And then again, find our loop underneath. And with the hook hooking downward, we're going to slip it through the top, like so. And then pull on. And then pull on the strap here and tighten it a bit. Not all the way, but just to reduce some of the slack. Okay, now that we have the mounting harnesses and base installed on the bike, it's time for us to put in our waterproof liners. So, if you look here, on each bag it is labeled left for the left side and obviously right for the right side. So, the left side is your clutch side, the right side is your front brake side. So we're going to take our waterproof liner like so, and this strap here, I'm just going to kind of fold it over the bottom and then hold it with my hand. And I'll show you why just in a second. Now we're going to slip it into this mounting harness and push it down. Now, if you look down here at the very bottom, there's a hole. And this is used for us to reach in there and grab that strap that we just held around the bottom and pull it as hard as we can to make sure that the bag slides all the way down into the bottom of the mounting harness. Then up top here, we're going to roll the top of our inner liner like so, and then buckle it on either side. And then here on the top, we have one more fatter buckle to lock in place. And for the right side, the mounting process is the same. Now we're going to, for our last step here, mount the center 30-liter dry bag. To do that, we're going to take these two straps here and then feed them through these straps on the back side of our dry bag here. Then here we're going to come down here, slip it through this strap as well. and then hook it through this loop here on our mounting base. Then on the right hand side, we're going to do the same thing. Bring the strap down through and hook it through this eyelet here on the mounting base. Then we're going to go ahead and pull the strap here until it's tight. And then we're going to go ahead and roll up the strap and then secure it with the Velcro like that. Now for the front, we're going to repeat the same process. We're going to take our strap, feed it through again, and then we are going to hook it down here through this eyelet on the mounting base. Now we're going to repeat the same process on the other side. Come down with our strap and hook it through like so. And then, like we did before, we're going to pull this strap here, tighten it, and then roll up our strap so it doesn't flap around in the wind. There we go. Now we have 80 liters of storage, all rackless. Now, if we want to use the bungee net, it is actually still possible. So to do that, what we're going to do is put it on top here, and then these hooks on the side, we're going to hook through the backmost loops here on our 30-liter bag, like so. Now we're going to pull it forward here to the front, and then on our handle here, we have two eyelets here. We're going to slip it through, like so, and then do the same thing on the other side. That way you can carry a wet jacket or maybe a pair of wet gloves or something like that. And there we go. 80 liters of storage rackless and with a bungee net. Thanks for watching, and please leave us a comment if you have any questions or concerns about this setup.